Rob, winter is coming. That was terrible. I was trying to do Catelyn Stark. Winter is coming. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Winter is coming. You're coming. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Missa, and if you're a regular, yes, I did dye my hair red. I do own all of this amount of hair naturally. No, it's another wig, obviously. Today I am doing a look that was really highly requested when I did my testing Jouer foundation, and so many people requested the eyes. I don't know if you'll remember now. And also over on Instagram, when I posted like a taking off my makeup video, I had this eye look on, and so many people requested that I film it, so I have filmed it finally. So you're gonna need a Norvina palette or a palette with similar colors, and also I'm gonna be using a pigment by Sample Beauty, and we're gonna do the whole face. Anyway, this intro is really long and boring, so without any more fannying around, let's... Oh no, I cut it, so it's too short to do that. Let's get into the tutorial. So I'm using my Revolution Conceal and Define 2 Prime. I do have a tiny bit on my lid anyway for when I was like doing my brows and stuff, but pop a wee bit on. Pop a wee bit more on. I'm the moron. And the first shade I'm grabbing from the Norvina palette is the shade Passion. I'm using this on a blank canvas E85 brush, which is quite fluffy, but it's quite dense, and it's got this kind of pointed shape to it, and I quite like it. And I'm going to start putting this on my crease from outer corner to inner corner. I'm going to make sure my outer lid has it packed on as well, and also this inner corner. Because we are doing that spotlight shape. I was going back and forth before filming. I was like, do I want to do a spotlight? Do I? And it's like, oh, but I got so many requests to do this look, and I know it was ages ago, but still, when people click on that video on my Instagram, they're like, oh my goodness, where's the tutorial for this look? And I'm like, I'll do it because I want to do it, but I hate doing spotlight eyes now. I'm going to say that. I really don't like doing spotlight eyes. They are so time consuming because my eyes are getting more hooded. Obviously, as time goes on, it's harder and harder to do spotlight eyes, and also, yeah, they just take a lot longer than like cut creases. So yeah, I was umming and ahhing and making sure my eyes are wide open because I do have a slight hood. I do still have eyelid visible. That doesn't mean my eyes aren't hooded. So I'm just taking this pretty high, and as you can see, I'm also dragging it out. I'm not using my lower lash line as a guide, because when I look at Instagram videos, I just see people drag out eyeshadow and everything's okay in the end, and that's kind of what I was trying to do today. So now that I've got that shape, I'm taking my Morphe M506 and I'm just going to go around the edges and just soften it. So I'm going in with quite a different colour next. So it just helps to soften this up. So the next shade I'm going in with is the shade Soul from the ABH palette, and the brush that I'm using is the Blank Canvas E10, which is quite a flippity floppity brush, but it's nice and splayed at the top. And I'm going round the edges and over the top of what I've done already. And this is where the look starts changing into a purple look, because that Passion shade is really like warm toned, and to me it didn't deserve to be in the palette. That should have been a deep matte purple, and I don't know why there was no deep matte purple in this palette. That's what annoyed me the most about the Norvina palette. So I'm just dragging this out. I am gonna have to go back in with Passion, but you know me, I like to put down my foundations first of a look. Just taking a clean brush now. This is the Colour Drain blending brush, just to blend the edges. I'm taking the shade Love from the Norvina palette and I'm grabbing that on my blank canvas E87 brush, which is just a lovely fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to blend around the edges. This is going pretty much all the way up to my brow. I go in with my brow bone highlight afterwards and that kind of gives me a bit more definition back underneath my brow, but for now this kind of just goes all the way. Don't worry about under here. I can literally rub it off or with my makeup wipes later on. Packing that blank canvas E10 again, I'm going back in with more Soul because I need to take this higher. It's almost like a pastel-y shade, but it's got a lovely amount of pigment to it, as you can probably see. I'm going to pick up my Morphe M506 and the shade Passion again, and I'm really going to deepen up my crease, bring it up higher, because if I close my eyes, it's completely covered by my hood and also the shade Soul. So actually I'm just going to keep my eye completely open. And just using the tip of the brush, rubbing that along. It's just such a habit to lift up my brows, and then when I drop them down I'm like, oh, I can't actually see any of what I've done. And then I'll just lift up my brow and just make sure this colour is really packed on. Because this is the colour that's giving us the most depth in this look. I really urge you, if you have small eyes like me or hooded eyes, anything like that, you need the Morphe M506. It's only £7. I think you can pick it up on like Look Fantastic now, even maybe Pretty Little Thing, they've got some Morphe, things like that. But definitely the Morphe UK store is great, and you can always use someone's code. I always use Jaclyn Hill's code for no other reason than I actually don't know anyone else's code, and I just remember hers from when I used to watch her. So I just use her code, so you can get money off. James Charles palette is back in stock, it's not sold out, so would urge you to buy that as well. I'll go in with a bit more of the shade Soul now. And then more of the shade Love, just above it. And dragging it out a bit. Soul and Love do blend pretty well together. Just grabbing a small pencil brush, this one is unnamed because it came as part of a set, and I'm just making sure my inner corner and outer corner are the deepest places of the look. So now it's time to cut the crease. I'm using the P. Louise base. This is shade 0.5. So keeping my eyes really droopy and closed, I'm gonna... Sorry, someone's knocking the door. Sorry, just got interrupted by the postman slash Hamish. Anyway, I used to kind of do it along my lash line, then open my eye, and I still find that I needed to draw it higher anyway, so now I just keep my eye fully open. I'll try and use a viewfinder, but I'm scared, as a mirror, sorry. Or at least I'll look over here. Can't talk, so I'm holding my breath. And just with my eye fully open, I'm just doing that line, and it's obviously transferring onto my eyelid, but that's fine, so I'll fill all this in anyway. But yeah, just as time goes on, the eye tends to droop, so I'm needing to draw these higher and change up ways of doing it, which is fine, kind of, not fine. Aging sucks. Sorry if you can hear that, I put on my washing machine. It's really loud. Oh, this brush, by the way, this is the Blank Canvas L29. It's a lip brush, but I love how pointy and flat it is, so I find I can do like really good detail work with it, so that's what brush I am using to cut my crease. I still love my other one that I've always loved, like eyeliner brush, but this is just the one I picked today. I'm just gonna make sure I match the other side. So this needs to be higher. And then I'm just using my finger just to soften the edges. Maybe drag this side out a pinch. I'm just going to tidy up my line, and then we'll come back and fill it in with all the pretty colours. And that gorgeous, gorgeous pigment. So I've just evened it out, made sure it matched the other side, and the next shade I'm going in with is Wild Child from Norvina palette. This is just on a little flat, small unnamed brush, and I'm just gonna pack that all over. This shade definitely applies better wet, but I don't really need it that much. It's just to kind of set this base in place and have something behind the pigment I'm putting on, because the pigment is kind of like semi-sheer-ish. It's not really actually with its reflect, but I'm just copying what I did before. And the next shade I'm using is the shade Celestial, just on that same brush. That's just to go on either side of this pink, just so it's easier to blend in to the deeper shades. That's another doorbell. I'm actually going to blend the edges in a minute. We're going to put the pigment on first. So it is Sample Beauty, and it is the shade A Year. There we go, A Year. Don't know why you needed to see it and not just believe me. And the glitter glue I'm using is actually the Barry M Glitter Fix Gel, just because it's clear, and sometimes I find that the other glues just annoy me because they're not clear, and that's all I have to say about that. So I'm just picking that glue up on the same brush I put down that pink shade with, and just popping that all over the center of my eye. And then I'm just going to start applying it, and look at this beautifulness. It's almost a multi-chrome. If you see it in person, it's like white and green, but it does have a little bit of pink in it, which is why I think it goes with this look really well. And then I'll just grab a pinch on my finger, just pat that over. Make sure it's nice and pressed in. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it so much. I am actually just though going to grab a tiny bit of my Urban Decay Distortion liner, just because it matches this colour so well. Shh! And I'm just going around the very top Just making sure that's a super like crisp, clean line. So my unnamed pencil brush, I'm grabbing a bit of the shade Drama, which is the deepest purple in the palette. I'm gonna put this on the outer corner and the inner corner. And then I'm grabbing a little bit more of the shade Celestial. And I'm just gonna kind of tap where I just put Drama, just over the edges, just to make everything blend just that wee bit nicer. And then I'm taking this Rimmel Wonder Swipe 2-in-1 liner shadow. This is in the shade 010 Cool AF. It's purple. And I'm gonna do just like a thin to thicker wing, not a wing, line. Just for the sake of putting on lashes. I really want to like do those Lady Gaga Met Gala lashes right now. I've got like lots of different colour metallic card, but maybe I'll do that once I've finished this look and taken normal photos and shown you it normally. I'm just going to throw on a pair of lashes, I'll zoom out and we'll do the rest of the face. But I'm going to do it fast-ish because I have 3 videos to film today. 2 seconds. So I don't really feel like trying out anything new or anything in today's video for my face because this is mainly just about the eyes, but I thought I would just do face anyway since I'm here. So I'm just probably going to use a bunch of favourites, show you what I'm using and carry on my merry way, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm going to use Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. I love this foundation so much, so much. This is shade F5, it's a wee bit dark but I don't care right now. I'm going to use my blank canvas sponge to blend it in. Look how much darker it is than my neck. I should have just used F4, but I didn't. I'm gonna need to take this down my neck now. Look at it, it's just got such beautiful coverage. I've not used any primer, or to be honest, any moisturizer either today. I might as well just use a matching concealer. So this is the Super Size Conceal and Define shade C3. Almost ruined my eyeshadow there. I just think those two together just make my base look so flawless, and I know obviously you're seeing it with beauty lights on, but my base does look flawless in person. Like honestly, it looks so good. There's something about this foundation just smooths out my skin. I think it's the way it dries down. Like it's matte, but it's like a soft matte, like a velvet matte. So it just makes my skin look poreless, even when I've not like used a pore filling primer or anything. It's phenomenal, I love it so much. For powder, I'm going to use the Morphe Bacon Set setting powder in the shade Brightening Pink. So it's got a slight pink tone to it. I'm not sure if you would have understood that from the name. Why am I such a cow, honestly? Sarcasm is the lowest form of wit. I've used this a few times and I like it. Got absolutely no complaints about it. I don't know how much it cost because they actually sent it to me. But if it was like a good price point, it's like £10 or so, then yeah, go ahead and buy it. But I don't know, Saying that, there isn't a whole lot of great loose face powders at the drugstore in my humble opinion. I do tend to prefer high-end powders. My drawer is mostly high-end powders. I just think it's such an important step that you don't want to ruin all your work so far by putting on a really crappy powder, you know. This just brightens up the under eye really nice. For the rest of my face, I'm just going to use my Maybelline Super Stay powder just to set it all. I just think my base looks so flawless right now. No. So just to carry on the theme, I'm going to use my I Heart Revolution Summer of Love bronzer. Love it so much, use it all the time. It's got a lovely sheen to it, and it's also super good for like fair skin. It's just a fabulous bronzer. I just love that it like adds a really subtle glow to the skin. And then to contour, I'm going to use the Bahama Mama. Love it a lot. It's really good. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. Or 5 out of 7. And I use way less when I've bronzed first. But I do still need a lot on my forehead. I'm going to use my ABH Amrezy highlighter. I have hit pan considerably on this and it considerably hurts my heart. But I just love this highlighter so much, so that's what I'm going to use today. With the Blank Canvas E90. And I'm only saying that because it's another blank canvas brush, but I promise not spawn. I wish. If they made this permanent, it would be so much better for the world. I want a kind of muted blush, something that's not going to add like too much colour, so I'm just going to use my Illamasqua Naked Rose because it's quite subtle but not subtle, but subtle but not subtle, you know, it's just nice. This brush definitely has remnants of Milani Coral Cove on it because that's super pigmented. Doesn't look so dark in real life. Probably my whole complexion doesn't look quite so tan in real life, even though realistically I don't look that tan right now, but IRL, not this tanned. I'm gonna go away, do this under eye, decide what I'm doing. I need to look back at the picture and see what I had on, and then I will come back and we'll do the other one together. I don't know what this awkward hand's doing. So for my under eye, I'm first of all going to take the shade Passion, that first shade that we used, on a tiny little angled brush, and just run that along. This is a blank canvas brush. Honestly, I just got a bunch of brushes from them. Like, I showed them in a haul and they've just been sitting in my drawer, and then today I opened them all up and put them in like a fresh brush pot of clean brushes. So that's why I've used a lot of them, because I desperately need to wash my brushes, like real bad. So just running this under medium thickness line, I'd say. Then I'm grabbing the blank canvas E23, which is just a wee pointy pencil brush, and the shade Soul. And I'm just gonna blend out this line. And the TV has just gone on miraculously, or else there's a ghost in my house, because Hamish isn't here anymore. And this is just joining up to that kind of bottom line that we've done. And then I'm taking the shade Love, same brush, because I'm lazy. Connecting that to everything. And then just back in with Passion, just really tight to my lash line, just so that it's nice and deep there. And then for my waterline, I'm using this sleek Twist Up Eye Pencil in Aubergine, because I thought this would be a great shade, and it really matches. It is an aubergine colour again. And then inner corner, I'm using my little Revolution Pro Supreme highlighter in Ice, and I'm using this pink shade. It's what I've used under my brow bone. I just did that off camera because I thought it was just a bit boring. That'll do, donkey. And then a bit of lower lash mascara. This is just the Collection Lash Surge. Which makes my lisp even worse. Saying those words. I think I'm just gonna throw on a nude lip and maybe lip gloss perhaps. This is just ABH Stripped. This is like a video of opposites, ABH versus Makeup Revolution kind of. I'm just gonna lighten it up a pinch with literally concealer. This is too dark. And then last step is a nice dewy setting spray, and what better than Dewy Set by ABH, because I don't have a dewy one from Makeup Revolution. No, I don't. I decluttered that one because I didn't like it, but I really like this one. I don't really like it. I'm not like going buy it because it's expensive for what it is, but it is good. It is nice and I do like it. It's the long and short of that. I was just having a good old itch of my nose there, and I remembered a funny story that one time I filmed a whole video tutorial, and it was full face. Took me like 4 hours to film, and I sat down to edit it, and I realised I'd booger the whole time, just like sitting at the end of my nose, and I didn't realise it whilst filming. And yeah, that whole video got canned. So that's gross. Here we are then. Let me throw on a wig. Can't be bothered, but I'm gonna anyway, because my own hair's crap. And I'll do my final poses. I really need to watch some good YouTube videos on how to make your wig look better. So this, of course, is the finished look, wig and all. I will link my wig down below. It's really cheap from Amazon, but still super good quality. It's definitely coming off way more like Rihanna red, at least in my camera screen. But in real life, it's more like a Caitlyn Sansa Stark coppery red, and not so like red. It's definitely more, I wouldn't say I don't know if anyone's got this hair color naturally, this kind of tone, but it's lash, I will need to watch some more like plucking videos and stuff and really work it out. But I'm really happy with the wig, and I actually wanted to do a red lip today to go with this purple eye, and I was like, with that wig I would look like Jessica Rabbit, like, but not in a good way, so I didn't do that in the end. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. After so many requests to do it, I finally have, so hopefully those ones of you that requested it did enjoy it. And yeah, I am so happy with my base. I just love that Revolution foundation. To be honest, every product today I used I really like, apart from that Rimmel eyeliner, which I have no thoughts really kind of hither or thither on it because it's kind of boring. It's a boring product in my opinion, but yeah, I really enjoy this. I will link everything down below. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know what you think of the red. Yay or nay on my skin tone, because I would actually dye my own natural hair red. The only thing kind of holding me back is that all my extensions, like clip-ins, are brunette, and I would have to dye them, and I don't, it would be so much more effort. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give me a big thumbs up, it really helps me out. Also leave me a comment down below. I reply to all of my comments, and subscribe because it's a polite thing to do, and we all need to spread more politeness in the world. I sat down to start filming at, I want to say 10:30. It is now 6:30. That is something. That is something. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope I will see you in my next one. Bye.